Welcome to The Score, the free epicenter of local high school sports. We've got it all, so don't miss out. Brace yourself for fierce competition, highlights, and unforgettable moments, all brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Also brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Dixon's Country Market in Benton, with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. And by Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
Good morning, no Mike Violet, and welcome into Lawrence High School for tonight's presentation, or this morning's presentation, I should say, of high school hoops. I'm Ryan Bell, back from my collegiate hiatus alongside AJ Knight, and tonight the Lawrence Bulldogs, today the Lawrence Bulldogs take on the Mount Blue Cougars. AJ, you've seen both of these teams play so far this season, so what can we expect?
They both have star guards. It'll be interesting to see how they match up. We saw, fresh off seeing Kinsley Malcor go for 31 at Messalonskee in a 1-point win on the road. And, of course, everyone who's familiar with Central Maine girls basketball or has listened to Mike Violet talk about basketball for longer than 10 seconds has heard about Madeline Provost from Lawrence.
Yeah, no, she's a star out there, and of course Lawrence coming off that state championship run a year ago. They knocked off one-seeded Gardner, went on to beat Brunswick in the state championship game, and there looked like the team in Class A North to do it again. Mount Blue, on the other hand, finished just outside of the playoffs last year in 9th with a record of 3-15, but definitely an improved team from a year ago.
Yeah, seeing them against Messalonskee as they kind of work to sort of establish an identity under new coach Bessie. One of the things that really stood out is they've got some nice talent. Against Messalonskee, their bigs got into foul trouble, and that's going to be something they're going to have to watch tonight because Lawrence is one of the few teams that can probably match them size for size anywhere. But Malcor obviously went off for 31. Daggett at the starting center is a good center, and they've got a lot of young pieces too. Going to be a little bit unheralded for a Lawrence compared to a Lawrence team, obviously coming off a state championship, looking to repeat with one senior on it. But this Mount Blue team has a lot of nice pieces as well.
Yeah, and taking a look at how these teams got here, I mentioned Lawrence 2-0. Opened up the season with a win at Messalonskee, 63-28. They faced Nokomis on the 16th and also blew them out in that game. They've averaged 61 points a game, and have forced 20.5 turnovers a game in those two games. On the other side, Mount Blue sitting at 2-1. They've also knocked off Messalonskee and Nokomis. Their one loss coming to Edward Little, and that was a rough one.
Yeah, that score almost looks like it should be a misprint, but it's a young team, I think, finding themselves. The big thing is against Messalonskee, despite getting the 1-point win, Mount Blue turned the ball over, I think, about 24 times in that game to Messalonskee's 12, I want to say. And you can't do that against this Lawrence team because they will get out and they will run.
And the one thing that Mount Blue does have going for them, they have a little bit of size, which can match up with Lawrence well. I think they really got to keep Lawrence out of the post and off the perimeter if they're going to stay in this game.
Yeah, that's something that I wrote down too, because against Messalonskee, Kinsley Malcor goes for 31. Ashley Mullen from Messalonskee goes for, I believe, 26. Hit 6 3-pointers on her way to 26 and had a chance, had a pretty good look at a last-second bucket that would have won the game. And specifically, that was Mullen and Malcor were paired a lot together defensively and offensively throughout the evening, and stands out because obviously I think Provost and Malcor are going to get paired up a lot today, and Provost can do damage from deep as well.
Sure. Jim's starting to fill in. Pep band here this morning. Should be a good morning for basketball here from Lawrence. We'll take a quick break and come back right after this on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
And back here from Lawrence High School, about 3 minutes away from tip-off. A quick reminder that Sports on the Score are brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu.
I think the interesting thing for this one, watching Malcor post up against Daggett, it's one of the things I think that really stood out to me. Kinsley Malcor for Mount Blue is star watch. I think you would put 24 for the Cougars versus 1 for Lawrence. She's got a little bit more size than Madeline, and she's not afraid to go into the post, despite the fact she hit 5 threes against Mesalonsky. She also has some nice footwork, and it'll be interesting to see if that's an area where maybe she can try and take advantage defensively of Madeline Provost, if she can get her down into the post.
Yeah, and then you look on the perimeter, and Provost is out there, like you mentioned. I think Lawrence is dangerous in that they have the size on the inside, but they can also shoot the ball well, so it'll be interesting what kind of defensive looks Mount Blue gives them, whether they sit in a zone and allow them to shoot the ball like they can, try and keep them out of the post, or if they try to match up man-to-man, like you mentioned.
Yeah, the big thing, I think, for Mount Blue is going to be preventing turnovers. This Lawrence team, they're going to come out in that 1-2-2 zone. They're going to press you. They're going to try and force turnovers, and they're trying to get a lot of easy baskets off of it. The other thing, a couple just important numbers. Lawrence on the season, only 2 games. They've had, a lot of people had some plans rearranged this past week with the weather. They haven't given up a double-digit score yet this season, and I think they've given up only 23 total free throw attempts, but only 8 makes. So teams haven't really gotten to the free throw line, and if they have, they haven't taken advantage against the Bulldogs, which is something you cannot not do.
Yeah, definitely. And we were talking about a pregame, but the new rules with the bonus and free throws and 5 fouls a quarter, no 1-and-1s anymore. You said they switched to the NBA type rules, and I think that'll definitely have an impact as well with if this game is close, going down to the wire of fouling and trying to get back into the game, and who can shoot the free throws better if teams do get into foul trouble.
Yeah, that's. I guess we'll see. We'll let it flesh out for a season. I think in terms of when you don't have a shot clock, I don't personally care for it, just because you can hold the ball for you could win the opening tip and hold the ball for 8 minutes if you wanted to. But we'll see how it goes. It's a new rule, and maybe we'll learn to love it. Maybe we will learn to love it.
We will see. I definitely expressed my disliking for it. If there was a shot clock, I think it would make more sense.
Yes.
But just the 1-and-1s made things so interesting down the stretch as well. If you don't make that first free throw, it makes it a lot easier to get back into games. And so I think once a team gets up, it's easy to really hold the ball.
See who the starting lineups are here. I think no surprise for Lawrence. I don't think there's going to be a change there. We've seen Mount Blue once, and I don't believe it's going to change. Trying to decide if he's going to the national anthem. Yeah, Ryan, let the coaches coach.
And let the officials make the free throw rules.
Yes. Well, I don't know if that's true.
The MPA officials, I should say.
All right. You want to run us through the starters then, Ryan? I wasn't sure if we were going to get into the national anthem or not.
No, I think we're getting the starting lineups first. So for the Mount Blue Cougars, just announced Lauren Northrup wearing the number 4, number 15, Alex Cassavant. To make that number 14, Bailey Farnham, actually. So there is a change from Mount Blue. Coming out now is Cassavant. And then number 24, number 24, Kensley Malcor. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Cougars, number 34, Kara Daggett.
Slight change there, as Ryan had noted. Maya McIsaac sits down. Farnham, who actually had the game-winning basket in the game against Messalonsky, gets into the starting lineup.
And for Lawrence, number 1, Maddie Provost. Number 10, Kaylee Elkins. Number 15, Ashley Shores. Number 22, Nadia Morrison. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 33, Lily Gray. Some nice audio to go along with the announcement of the starting lineups here for the Bulldogs.
I had heard rumors of the Lawrence fans in the pep band. I believe they were awarded player of the game once upon a time by Mike Pilot.
Well, for a 10:30 in the morning, a little after 10:30 in the morning game here, this gym's got some noise to it. It's filled in well. Pep band as loud as ever. And we'll take a quick break here for the national anthem on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
When it comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust, Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Your safety team is Nokian Tires and 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201 Vassalboro.
Ryan Bell, AJ Knight, back from Lawrence High School. We're about ready for tip-off here between the Lawrence Bulldogs and the Mount Blue Cougars. Stepping into the circle is Lily Gray. She'll take the tip against Kenzie Malcor. 6 foot against 5'10".
And Malcor does a little bit of everything. She handles the ball, she shoots, she's got post moves.
And Malcor wins the tip. It's into the hands of Cassavant. And the Cougars will get the first possession here this morning. Malcor scoops it up. Underneath, Provost pulls it away. She's going to go the other way with it. Feed underneath the basket. And now it's back to Gray. Gray puts up a shot. That's short. And the rebound into the hands of Kenzie Malcor. Malcor takes it up herself. Between the legs, dribble on the perimeter. Dribble handoff to Daggett.
Daggett wanted to go right back to Malcor.
Tries to feed it underneath this time. Gray slaps it away into the corner. Will go out of bounds. Bulldog ball.
Already 2 turnovers for the Mount Blue Cougars. And again, you cannot give this Lawrence team extra possessions.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the pregame as a key for the Cougars.
Well, it's like you said, the Lawrence defense forces over 20 turnovers.
Provost, nice feed underneath. And it's scooped up by Mount Blue.
You got a block there. It was a nice defensive play there and a nice little just pick and roll.
On the other end, Kensley Malcor running the point. Feeds across to Cassavant. Cassavant goes to her right. And a deep 2 is good from Lauren Northrup. And that'll open the scoring here from Lawrence. Provost. Bulldogs looking to answer. Gray underneath. Throws up a little runner and is just going to rim out. Fight for the rebound. And it's picked up off the floor by Kara Daggett. Malcor trying to go left. Forced to pick it up. Hands it off to Cassavant. Now back over to Northrup. She'll try again. This one from 3 and it rims out. Daggett scoops up the rebound. Puts up the second chance opportunity. Looked like a block there from Gray, and eventually the ball goes out of bounds in favor of Lawrence.
Nice job thus far, Mount Blue. 2 turnovers, but 4 rebounds. They're dominating the glass, and I think they're doing a nice job inside, just challenging shots.
Daggett's looked good early as well, grabbing that O board, unable to finish, but getting herself in the mix. Feed underneath the Gray, spin and shot is good, and she'll open up the scoring for the Bulldogs. Lawrence with a light press here. And it's a steal. Provost under the basket, gets a free layup. She misses it. Fight for the loose ball. Provost scoops it up off the floor and draws the foul. So an interesting sequence of events there. And Provost ends up on the line.
I think that just Lawrence is relentless when it comes to their press. Very important to watch, too. Malcor picks up that foul. Obviously not a big deal with 1, but Mount Blue cannot have her, or I would say Daggett, have to sit at any point in time because of foul issues.
Provost misses the first. Bounces in the second. And Mount Blue go down 3-2. Travel in the backcourt on Daggett. Lawrence, the menacing press here early. Started off light. Force another turnover. It's going to be Kylie Elkins with a side-out inbound. Underneath, Gray trying it again, and she draws the foul.
Not only does she draw the foul there, Ryan, if that's Malcor, which I believe it is, that's her second.
Really great, really abusing the post there, and I think that's in Lawrence's game plan. They've fed it in there almost every possession, and Gray will get 2 from the line. First one's good. An early substitution for the Cougars. Reese Nye comes in, and heading to the bench is Kensley Malcor.
That's a huge loss. Offensively, I mean, ball handling, huge loss for Mount Blue.
Gray goes 2 for 2. Yeah, Malcor takes a seat. Nye, a swinger for Mount Blue, although I didn't see her a whole lot in that JV game. Daggett, Mount Blue break the press. Up top, it's Northrup. She's got the only 2 points for the Cougars thus far. Nye trying to find a pass. Gives it up to Farnham. Bailey Farnham at the top of the key. Mount Blue struggling to get any kind of separation here on offense. Underneath, it's Daggett. Steps back, takes the shot, and misses off the backboard. It goes out of bounds off Elkins, and the Cougars keep the ball.
Lawrence is cheating down on Daggett there. Whoever that post-swing defender is, Daggett was getting a little frustrated because she just wanted her teammates to clear out.
From the baseline, Daggett gets it again. Spinning on 2 Bulldog defenders. That one blocked by Morrison. Feet ahead, Gray's all alone, and she lays it up for 2. Lily Gray having her way in the early going. It's 7-2 Lawrence. And Provost comes up with a steal on the inbound. Top of the key, it's Elkins. She puts it down. Throws up a little floater. That goes long. And Nye grabs the rebound for Mount Blue. Northrop running the one now for Mount Blue. Gives to Daggett. Daggett puts it down. Back out to Northrop. In the corner driving on Elkins. Daggett now with some space. She's doubled again. Throws up the shot and she's blocked again. Same result. Here comes Provost in transition. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Comes up short. And Daggett in a crowd pulls down the board.
Provost struggling to find some space here early. Got it picked up an assist and went to the foul line, got a point there, but seems like she's struggling to find her shot.
Nice feed from Daggett underneath. And a block there on Cassavant, but she draws the foul. Cassavant will head to the line. Junior guard listed at 5'3". We'll get 2 shots from the line. First one is long, and another thing we mentioned in the pregame was Mount Blue needing to take their chances from the free throw line. Unable to convert the first one there.
Also, Morrison sits down and Minahan checks in for Lawrence.
0 for 2 from the line. And Minahan grabs the rebound right off the bat. Missed layup from Elkins. Northrop comes down with it. Northrop slowing things down for the Cougars. She's guarded by Elkins. Bounce pass to Daggett, top of the key. Driving, losing the handle. Gray scoops up the loose ball. I believe it was Shores who'll get credit for the steal there. Elkins picks it up. Now underneath the basket, scoop layup is no good for Minahan. Fight for the offensive rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball.
That'll stay with Lawrence. Lawrence a little bit rushed, I think, on some of their fast breaks like that one. Just a little bit hurried there by Minahan, and you leave it short.
Provost looping inbound to Elkins. Tries to get it in to Gray. Slapped away by Daggett. And it's pulled out of the hands by Farnham. Nice defensive play there from the Cougars. Northrop to Nye. Nye putting it down, and Mount Blue bigs have really been forced to put the ball down from the perimeter. Daggett's going to try a 3. That's short. Potentially blocked there by Gray. Provost looking to push it in transition. 3 from Minahan is off, and Nye adds another rebound to her collection. Gives it to the hands of Northrop. A little bit of a stalemate here for both teams trying to score the basketball. Daggett will draw a foul. And she's getting doubled every time in the post.
Yeah, I got to credit Daggett there for relentless. Trying to go to that drop step. Minahan's got to be there quicker, and you can draw that charge. Instead, she gets the rake across the arms.
So Daggett's going to get 2 from the line. Ball's touched her hands nearly every offensive possession. The first free throw misses left. A couple of substitutions coming in for the Cougar. It's Maya McIsaac. She'll take out Bailey Farnham, who started in her place. And into the game for the Bulldogs, Peyton Cole and Nadia Morrison. Second free throw from Daggett is up and in. 7-3, Lawrence in front. There's Madeline Provost. Up fakes on the 3. Gives it across to Cole, freshly into the game. Morrison. Now back out to Minahan, tries another 3. Is off with it that time. Cougars will let the ball squeak out of bounds, and Lawrence back on the press.
And while you're not happy, obviously, with that shot, Lawrence does get to set their press here against an out of bounds.
Cassavant. Inbounds to Nye, back to Cassavant. Now Northrop's doubled. She puts it down, splits the defenders, and now it's Daggett on the other end. She's doubled. Drop step through and finishes through 2 defenders. Kara Daggett scores and cuts the Lawrence lead to 2.
That was a heck of a way to stay with that basket.
Provost, pull up 3 is short. Daggett fighting for the loose ball with Morrison. They go to ground, and it'll be a jump ball in favor of Mount Blue.
I don't know about that one. Maybe a little bit over the back personally, but all right.
Daggett picks it up in the backcourt. She's guarded by Provost, who gets a hand on it steals it away, misses the layup, gets her own rebound. Nice feed and an and one from Ashley Shores. Shores finishes through the contact off a nice pass from Provost, who got her own rebound. And a chance to reach double digits for the Bulldogs. Elsa Perez is going to come in for Daggett as well. With a minute and 56 seconds to go here in the first quarter. On Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, the score. Free throw is good from Shores. And it's 10-5. Inbound goes to Nye again. She gets it to Northrup. She's tied up there, ripped away by Morrison, and Provost is open. Left-handed layup is good. Timeout, Mount Blue. So after Mount Blue got themselves back into the game at 7-5, it's been all Bulldogs. That press has really been an issue for Mount Blue, and now with Daggett on the bench, it's not looking great for the Cougars.
Yeah, that's already 8 turnovers for Mount Blue. And again, we talked about it. This Lawrence team, it's not unfamiliar to them, right? They force over 20 a game. Mount Blue now, let's also underscore the fact that Malcor going out is a ball handler that Mount Blue lost early when she picked up 2 quick fouls.
Sports on the Score are brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Lawrence going to keep with the press here. A minute 46 to go in the first quarter. Inbound to Nye once again. Lawrence kind of forcing that ball into her hands. Doubled in the backcourt is Cassavant. That's got to be a jump ball. It is. Lawrence get it back. The arrow in their favor. And the Cougars still unable to break this full court press. Provost loops it into Morrison, gets it back, tries a three, and it's short. Minihan grabs the long board. Feeds underneath. Provost cutting. Good defense from Northrup, although she did foul her underneath the basket. That'll be the 3rd team foul for Mount Blue. And the Bulldogs keep it. Provost underneath the basket. Cassavant with her arms up in front of her. Tough pass off the outstretched arm of Cole, and the Cougars get it back with Northrup, who's trying to push the floor. Northrup held up at the elbow, gives to Cassavant. Gives it right back to Northrup. And without Daggett in the game, the Cougars really haven't gotten anything in the paint. Deep three is good. Elsa Perez coming off the bench, drills it, and brings the Cougars back within 4.
Shoot it with confidence.
Feed underneath Morrison, 1 dribble, layup is good. Textbook layup there from Nadia Morrison. Cassavant gets the ball across half court. It's Perez again, driving this time, and she will draw a block.
I would like to see this again, which we can show you.
Probably the right call.
Yeah, I think you're caught. You're stuck there if you're Lawrence from the standpoint of your feet you're still shuffling your feet.
Right. It's a tough one.
Yeah, so Minahan picks up her second.
Minahan will go to the bench.
But I don't think Perez was I think Perez was looking for contact.
3 is good. Perez again. Back-to-back threes from Elsa Perez. And Mount Blue's within 3. Pellerin freshly into the game, misses the layup. Gray on the offensive board, puts it back. And with 15 seconds to go, it's 16-11 Lawrence. Perez grabs the inbound. Gonna put it to the floor, try to break the press herself. She does. 6 seconds on the clock now. Kick out. Mid-range jumper is off from McIsaac. And the half-court heave is no good from Provost. So at the end of 1, 16-11 is your score. Lawrence in front, but a late barrage of threes from Elsa Perez gets the Cougars back into it We'll see you right after this for the second quarter action on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Do you need to replace your old, worn-out windows? Then you need to call Renewal by Andersen today. We're the replacement window division of Andersen, which means you can get your project started right away by scheduling a free in-home consultation. Ask your consultant about pricing options, including our 1-year price lock guarantee quote. Call now to schedule your free design consultation. This fantastic money-saving deal with great financing ends soon. Installation is always included. Call now.
Casella Waste. You see their...
Here we go.
Back here from Lawrence High School, Ryan Bell alongside AJ Knight bringing you high school hoops. Lawrence taking on Mount Blue 16-11 after one quarter. And a late barrage of threes from Elsa Perez, 2 threes to be exact. Keeps the Cougars in this game. They'll start with the ball. The inbound goes to Northrop. Nye still into the game after 2 early fouls on Kensley Malcor. And underneath, drawing the foul, is Perez again.
Mount Blue, like you said, Malcor goes out early with 2 fouls. Daggett's currently taking a seat with just getting a blow here because she played most of the first quarter. Mount Blue needs somebody to step up. And
Perez has done that.
Perez is doing it.
Chance to connect 2 more from the free throw line. Make it a 1-possession game. First one will rim out. And with that, Kaylee Elkins comes back into the game. Peyton Cole takes the seat.
Perez also already threatening to be the first double-digit scorer against this Lawrence team. Obviously, she has 6 first-quarter points.
Looking to make it 7. This free throw. Can't do it. Tracks down her own rebound on the perimeter. Between the legs dribble. She's got some confidence. Steps back. Gray did well to stick with her. Now Northrop gets it at the top of the key. Lauren Northrop, guarded by Elkins, gives it back to Perez.
A little bit of mismatch. That's great. It's a center playing, I think, what's a forward.
Ooh. McIsaac blocked by Pellerin. Now Pellerin comes the other way, feeds ahead to Elkins. Can't finish on the layup. And a foul going to go against Gray as McIsaac went to the floor hard there on the baseline.
Hard to see on the replay with the ref right there, but I'm just going to say that it's going to be that rule that was supposed to exist in college but doesn't anymore, the cylinder. Daggett checks back in for Mount Blue.
Daggett spent quite a bit of time on the bench after being the main threat for the Cougars early on. McIsaac gets the long feed. Loose ball and a foul. Going to go against Pellerin. Perez in the area, trying to grab the loose ball.
It's just an effort play that doesn't go Pellerin's way. She takes a dive there to try and get on that loose ball, and instead kind of runs into Perez.
So 3 fouls in the opening minute of the second quarter for Lawrence. And Elkins pulls away the steal on Northrop, finishes on the other end with the right hand.
That arguably could have been an and one.
Daggett loses the handle. Pellerin with another effort play. Provost couldn't get the pass. She steals it away now from Northrop and puts it in from the left side with her right hand. So a bit of pinball action. And it goes the Bulldogs' way once again, 20-11. Now Daggett all alone. Throws up the layup and scores. This game back and forth early on in the second quarter. Provost driving right. Nice hesitation move, but loses the handle. And it squirts out of bounds. Mount Blue ball.
This is about how the Mount Blue Messalonsky game started. It was a little bit slow, and all of a sudden there's just a 3-point barrage, and all of a sudden just went back and forth.
Minute and a half into this second quarter. There's been plenty of action. Here's some more. Provost bounce pass to Gray. She finally corrals it, misses the layup. Now Elkins scoops up the ball. A 3 Three-point attempt from Shores is no good. Finally, the ball out of bounds, and the Cougars will take over.
That one into the pep band.
Cassavant, inbound from right in front of that pep band, gives to Daggett. Daggett puts it down, back to Cassavant. Now Blue got to get it across. Pass to McIsaac, stolen by Elkins. Pass is tipped by Cassavant. Provost can't control it. Eventually Elkins gets it back. Her fadeaway is no good. Ball on the floor is picked up by Daggett. And another little scrum there. But it's picked up this time by Mount Blue. Perez all alone for three, and she hits it. Elsa Perez.
You can't leave her open.
On fire here on a Saturday morning, 20-16. Mount Blue staying in the game with 5:34 to go in the second quarter.
I mean, that's what they tell you, right? Is that if you're gonna break the press, there's gonna be shots open, especially in those corner spots, right? Because the defense is gonna suck into the basket.
Yeah, I think AJ, you might knock down a couple of those if they leave you that wide open.
It would be disappointing if not. I'd like to think I could hit at least one.
The last person you want to leave open, though, after that first quarter from Perez, she drills another one.
Well, and you pointed out, too, I think you could tell in her ball handling, it gave her, hitting that first one really, I think, injected some more confidence into her game.
Here comes Elkins with the Bulldogs leading by 4 with the ball. Morrison trying to find a pass, bounces it to Gray. Underneath, layup no good, but a foul drawn by Shores. She'll head to the line.
That's a nice play there. You're going to see Shores. Nice just hustle, draws that one a little bit late on the pass, but she's able to go up through the contact.
Quick rotation here for the Bulldogs. Minahan going to check in on the next dead ball, unless she's coming in for Shores. Free throw's good. Here comes Minahan. And to replace Morrison. (21-16). Lawrence in front, but the Cougars staying with them. Second free throw is good. That'll extend the lead to 6. Daggett, cross-court pass. Perez grabs it. McIsaac now. And it's Cassavant. Northrop. Daggett's looping feet underneath, and finally a shot there from McIsaac is long. Minahan up the floor. Nice pass to Elkins, who's wide open under the basket and finishes through the foul.
You got to, Daggett, you can't do that. Stay big, and then you're going to see here and this just pass.
Senior Kaylee Elkins all alone.
Daggett's immediately going to slap into her, and it's going to be an easy call.
Good finish, though, through the contact. Nye checks back in for Mount Blue. So does Bailey Farnham. So a freshman and a senior coming back onto the floor for the Cougars. Nye to Northrop. Cassavant back to Nye. Tries the long pass. Elkins picks it up off the finger of Provost. And a double dribble on Elkins. So Mount Blue catches a break and a rare turnover for Lawrence.
That's there's been a couple of those. They had the exchange of like 3 steals all in a row and a couple of missed layups. So Mount Blue has escaped some damage here. That's not a smart pass.
Elkins gets the steal. Minahan to Gray. Gray can't finish from about 4 feet out. And the Cougars come the other way with Cassavant. Nye, kick out to Farnham. Up fake. And now Perez. Northrop finally gets it to Nye. Nye on the perimeter. Sends it off to Farnham, but stolen away by Provost all alone on the other end and finishes the layup. Transition points for the Bulldogs has been their forte so far.
She read that one like a book.
Defense to offense. Now Nye off the press break. Can't finish. Fight for the loose board. And Elkins comes away with it. Provost underneath, and now it's finally kicked out to Minahan, who drills the 3.
Good pass. Good, give up a good shot for a great shot, and that was exactly what just happened.
A dagger there from Ella Minahan. And the Bulldogs starting to run away with it. 30-16. Mount Blue takes a timeout. And a reminder that Sports on the Score are brought to you by Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com.
Yeah, as of right now, and we'll tally them up officially at halftime, 16 turnovers here in the first half for the Cougars. And you're playing with fire. You just can't do that against this team. And Lawrence came out and defensively, a combination of defensively, maybe them just not having their A game today. You had the opportunity there, I think, to kind of stay in it and you kind of weather the storm with Malcor sitting with foul trouble, and then the turnovers just start to pile up and they get some easy baskets.
And Lawrence has given them some slivers of hope at times by turning the ball over themselves, but still have found themselves with a 14-point advantage here in the second quarter. Coming out of the timeout be Perez, Farnham, Nye, Malcor, and Cassavant.
Yeah, at 5:34, Perez hit that three to cut it to 20-16. Obviously a 10-0 run since.
We're back underway. 3:44 to go in the half. Perez stop and start move, gets some space on Elkins. Gives it up to Malcor. Now Farnham in the corner. Farnham all the way around. Loses the handle. Minahan got a piece of the ball. Farnham able to grab it back. Now Perez on the handle, goes right to the baseline, tries to throw up a shot. Nye picks up the board, can't finish. And a jump ball. Heads up play there from Malcor.
Yeah, but a dangerous one for sure because the way she rushes in there, as you see those watching our replay, YouTube, Central Maine Sports, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, centralmainsports.com. Chance there to get a push, and all of a sudden you're sitting with 3 fouls.
That is true, but it works out for her. Cougars get the possession arrow back. Gray all alone under the basket for 2.
Nice high pass there. Gray's just able to pivot there, and she's all alone, like you said, under the bucket.
Malcor feeds ahead. Cassavant, and now Perez. Perez with some confidence on the dribble. Tries another 3. Finally misses one. Maybe a bit of a heat check there. Feed for Gray is too long. It'll hit off the mats, over the baseline. Cougar ball.
Gray, I think, misjudged that one herself. I'm Mount Blue. I'd like to see Malcor and Perez in some pick and roll action.
Got to beat the press first. And when they have beaten the press, they've done well. They've gotten some open looks. They do it right here. Nye to Farnham. He's got a wide open layup. Blew the buddy on that one, and Minahan grabs the rebound.
She just rushed it.
On the other end, Gray can't control the pass from Shores.
Just not a good idea. There's just a ton of traffic there.
Malcor putting some moves on Shores. Perez passes up the 3 this time. I think if she doesn't miss that last one, she probably takes that.
Yeah, I think so. And
Elkins grabs it off the floor. Provost with the left hand finishes. And the speed of Maddie Provost.
The finish, too. That was just silky smooth.
With the left hand. 34-16 now. Lawrence running away with this one.
Hey, does this look familiar to you, Ryan? Maybe like a foul ball from this past spring season?
Goodness.
Watch this. Woo!
Good thing we're not courtside. We're not far off, though.
That's true. We're right here. We're in it.
Didn't fall this time, though. Cassavant inbounds to Northrop. And the Cougars with a chance to set something up here without a Bulldog press. Malcor coming off the screen from Nye with the left hand. Gets to the basket, throws up a floater. Misses. Nye was fighting for the rebound, and she'll lose it over the end line. Lawrence ball.
That's a great take there. Malcor just too strong with it. And back to that play before, I think you point out, that's exactly what I was looking for offensively. You get Perez coming off that pin down screen. She's wide open, but I think you're right. She missed that one, and it shook her confidence a little.
Shores to the basket, all alone, and she scores it. A 20-point lead now for Lawrence.
That was just a nice little curl right there.
Nye. Bounce pass to Northrop. Had a chance to get it across with Perez. Malcor takes it herself. Loses the handle. It's picked up by Shores. Took a bump. Gets it ahead to Provost. And Provost tried it again with the left hand. Minahan will scoop up the leftovers and put it in for some Thanksgiving dinner. Here comes Malcor. Elkins stops her at the basket. The shot is short. And Elkins grabs the rebound herself. Feet ahead to Shores. She's got some space. Loses the handle. No foul called. And Mount Blue get it back. And Mount Blue have gotten some decent looks. They've really just struggled to finish around the basket.
Yeah, it feels like, I think what really has happened is all of a sudden Lawrence has sped up the pace of the game, and Mount Blue is very uncomfortable.
Yeah, Mount Blue can't run with a team that's got the speed of Lawrence. Perez underneath the basket. Wide open elbow jumper from Malcor is strong. Minahan with another rebound. And once again out in transition is the Bulldogs. Elkins rims out on the mid-range jumper. And another turnover for Mount Blue. Provost tries a deep three. That's short. Elkins on the offensive board misses. Gray finally puts it in. And that will end the first half. You said it, Lawrence sped up the pace and sped up the scoring. 40-16 is your halftime score here from Lawrence over the Mount Blue Cougars. We'll be back right after this for the second half action on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW. The Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257. 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Ryan Bell, AJ Knight, Sean Packard, our videographer, back here at Lawrence High School for our halftime break. And Lawrence went on a 20-0 run to end the half. They lead 40-16 at the break.
Yeah, well, Perez hit that third three. Bailey Perez, Elsa Perez. I'm sorry, I'm mixing up players. Elsa Perez hit her third three. It was 20-16. Lawrence here at home, 5:34 to go in the second. And you're like, okay, Malcor's sitting down for Mount Blue with 2 fouls she picked up early in the first. They're down 4 about halfway through the second. All right, let's see what they can come up with. And then all of a sudden, it felt like Provost got a steal and a layup, and it felt like all of a sudden the lights went off for Lawrence, and they just ran, and Mount Blue was just uncomfortable.
Well, that's how they beat Gardner last year in the A North final, is just their speed and their transition play with Provost and Elkins. And even Gray and Morrison and Shores can get down the floor with a high rate of speed. And when they get you out in transition like that, that's not the game Mount Blue wants to play, especially with the amount of turnovers they've had. It's made it really easy for the Bulldogs to get out in transition and score those transition baskets. And so it was that transition play that really got them in this position. And if Mount Blue wants to get back into this game, they're going to have to play a whole different type of basketball, breaking that press and stopping the transition buckets for Lawrence.
Yeah, just some numbers here, and you'll see, you're watching the first quarter highlights. Those are watching the stream now. You'll see, I think, Mount Blue, you can literally see them not give up, but just be absolutely dog-tired. I'll show you the battle for rebounds at the end of the half. But just some numbers, 19 turnovers for Mount Blue in the first half, 7 for Lawrence, who got a little sloppy themselves, admittedly, but I think they really locked into that second quarter and able to create transition out of it. And then rebounding, they bounced back. Mount Blue had them 8-5 in the first. Lawrence has them 16-14 at halftime in terms of team total rebounds.
Yeah, they got second chance, third chance, fourth chance opportunities on the offensive glass and just continue to score the basketball at will, and that's why Lawrence is one of the best teams and probably the best team in the Class A North region.
And it's just unfair because I think they have a little bit of everything. There's not anything they don't do great. I think this was the steal. Felt like Madeline Provost read this one, and it felt like all of a sudden that was the snowball. You're going to see another, I think, turnover here from Elkins. It's going to end up in Provost's hand yet again.
Yeah, between the two of them, Provost and Elkins, I'd like to see what their final stat line is for steals, because their hands are unbelievable. They've been able to just rip the ball away from Cougars players time and time again.
Now watch this. As you get the defensive board, Elkins realizes she's open. She's going to take the bunny, goes in and out. Nye gets it and then throws it away, so you get another turnover. Provost's going to crank this one. You're going to get another offensive board. Elkins forces that one up. There's another offensive board. Mount Blue's just gassed.
Yeah.
They're just gassed.
And Provost hasn't even connected on a 3 yet. I don't know if Lawrence has hit a 3. They hit one. Minahan had a 3.
Minahan had one on it. That was a great play somewhere in our highlights as well. See if we can pick it out. But that was set up by multiple offensive rebounds as well.
But outside of that, it's really just been a ground and pound game in the paint, and they've gotten it done.
A lot of transition, a couple of numbers. Game high, 10 points, Lily Gray. And then 3 different Lawrence Bulldogs players with 7. Provost, Shores, and Elkins all have 7 points. On the other side, team high 9 points for Elsa Perez for Mount Blue. And then just 2 other players have scored. Daggett's got 5, and then Northrop has 2. And important to remember, Malcor picked up 2 fouls. Her second foul came at the 5:40 mark, and then she sat until 2 minutes left, maybe in the second quarter. It was a long time.
Yeah, I think at some point there, once Lawrence starts to pull away, you got to get her back in there maybe a little bit sooner. But let the coaches coach, as you say.
Well, and I think ideally, I think that's what's happening. But it just felt like all of a sudden it was a 4-point game, and all of a sudden there was a 10-0 run, and I think that's sort of about the time she got in. And then at that point, you couldn't stop the bleeding. Turns into a 20-0 run, actually a 24-5 second quarter for Lawrence.
So about 2 minutes left until second half action. We'll be back with you then on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and like just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Back here from Lawrence High School, getting the second half underway, and a reminder that Sports on the Score are brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from over 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. And Lawrence already on the scoreboard here in the second half, less than 10 seconds in.
Elkins steals the inbound pass and goes coast to coast, continuing the run for Lawrence here, now 22-0.
Daggett with a couple of jab steps, puts it down, gets to the basket around 3 Lawrence defenders, had a decent look, but left it short. And Shores comes the other way for the Bulldogs, feeds underneath the Gray, wide open, and finishes.
That was pretty easy, and not only was Morrison down there, I think Provost was down there, wide open as well.
Northrup driving herself this time, leaves it long on the layup. Fight for the loose ball. Morrison nearly lost it. Elkins picks it up. Provost gives to Shores. Now Lawrence with a chance to set up their offense. Elkins, 3 from Gray is short. Elkins grabs the offensive rebound, misses, and Bailey Farnham eventually scoops it up off the glass. For Mount Blue, she'll also draw a foul.
They're going to get Elkins, I think, since she checked back in there in that second quarter, it's kind of come in and just been like a firecracker.
Yeah, she's just a little pest out there, standing at 5'3", but she's got multiple offensive rebounds already and always in and around the ball, whether it be on offense or defense. Just gets it done. Daggett from Cassavant. She's doubled in the backcourt, gets it back to Cassavant. Now Blue's got to get it across. They do. It's Malcor. Back to Daggett. Daggett all alone at the three-point line, and that's going to be a clear-cut double dribble.
Yeah, I think she got caught there because the defense kind of got confused and rolled with Malcor, and then she knew she didn't take it. Then she hesitated again and then tried to take it, and you just get caught in that position.
Yeah, got caught in 2 minds. Wide open look from 3, but wanted to drive, and gets caught with a double dribble. And another turnover for Mount Blue. Elkins underneath to Gray. She's blocked this time by Malcor.
Malcor, nice job there playing with 2 fouls. Be big. Just be tall. She's got some decent size there. And then Gray just goes right through, and that's an easy block.
Not a lot of contact. Gray gets it off the rebound. Provost tries a 3. Short again. I mentioned it during halftime. Hasn't hit her threes despite the big lead for Lawrence.
Now only 1 3. Minahan had one.
Farnham puts it down. That's Cassavant. McIsaac. Farnham for 3. Misses it. And out in transition, Gray all alone. Puts up the layup and misses. Farnham grabs the rebound.
Missed the bunny. We've seen that a lot today. You wonder the morning routine just kind of throws both these teams off their normal game.
A lot of missed open shots. And a jump ball. Malcor thought potentially a foul. Instead, it's a jump ball, and Lawrence get it right back.
Yeah, I think Shores did a nice job there not getting hands on body, and that Malcor just brings it through, and Shores just happens to swipe right down on it.
Provost, dribble handoff. Shores wide open for 3. Rims out. Daggett with the rebound. Gives to Malcor. The Cougars set up their offense. No press anymore from Lawrence. Farnham underneath the basket with Gray on her. Forced to kick it out. Daggett, top of the key. Malcor spins and finishes through contact and one.
That was a really nice drop step you're going to see here. And then because of that, she gets her defender pinned on her back. She ends up having to reach there and smacks her on the shoulder for the easy and one call. That's Malcor's first bucket.
Yeah, got into foul trouble early. 5'10" guard. Can handle the ball well. Misses the free throw. Provost comes down with it. Nice pass to Morrison. Forced to kick it back out. Provost, deep three. Misses again. 0 for 4 now from three-point land. And she can shoot those.
She's a very good shooter. That also stopped a 24-0 run?
Yes, yeah, it was, because it was 20-16. Mount Blue were getting back into the game, and then at the end of that second quarter, Lawrence just ran away with it. Daggett spinning on Morrison. Fadeaway jumper is short. Rebound pulled in, and another foul drawn by Kensley Malcor.
Not the greatest of shots there, but you'll take it with the ultimate result there.
A lot of dribbling from Daggett. Missed the shot, but a heads-up play from Malcor to get underneath the bucket. Used her size and drew the foul. Knocks down that free throw after missing the latter half of the end one. Minahan's going to check in. So does Nye. Shores goes to the bench. And so does Daggett.
I'm surprised. I know you don't want to really change your rotations, but Perez was such a spark off the bench. I'm surprised Mount Blue hasn't gone back to that well.
Yeah, I agree. 3 3-pointers in that first half. Minahan pushing the pace, goes straight to the basket, coast to coast, misses, but Gray's there to clean it up. Another 2 points for Lily Gray, 46-19.
They give Gray 14 on the day.
There you go. You called it. Perez going to check in on the next dead ball. And the play is stopped. Something on the court. Contact?
Something shiny.
I don't know. Into the referee's pocket.
Any idea what that was, Sean? No, Sean didn't see what it was either.
Huh.
Oh, it's a 20. That was mine. Sorry, I dropped my $20 bill. That's mine. Sorry. My bad.
You don't see that every day.
Yeah, I wonder what it was.
So we're back in. Mount Blue keeps the ball. They're going to have to inbound it. Malcor working on Gray underneath the bucket. Spin move, misses.
That was blocked. She tried to show that fake and then got blocked.
Gray can't get it on the other end, and Mount Blue get it back.
That one, Madeline Provost lost it. You see here, Gray, just a nice job closing down on that one.
McIsaac to Perez, back into the game after a stellar first half from beyond the arc. Cassavant goes to her left. McIsaac back to the right. And Perez with an open look for three. Unable to convert. Elkins will grab it herself and take it up. Underneath, Gray working on Nye. Nice bounce pass to Morrison for two.
That's big-to-big connection there. That was a beautiful drawn kick.
And Gray just attracts so much attention. Morrison on the other side, wide open for the layup.
And quickly, Daggett goes to the substitution table.
Provost with another steal. 2-on-2 break. Tried a Euro step and got caught with a block.
And she draws a foul, but she put some fancy on that one, didn't she?
Yeah, if she got around, that would have been in the score lights tonight for sure.
That one just thrown right to her. She tries a fake pass there. She's going to draw the bump. Does get shots out of it.
2 free throws for Provost. Misses the first. And substitutions coming in. Pellerin and Cole. Elkins and Gray to the bench. And Northrup and Daggett back in for Mount Blue. McIsaac and Malcor to the bench for the Cougars. Second free throw from Provost. Rims in. And the lead goes to 30. We'll see at what point the Bulldogs let off the gas here. 3:12 to go in the third quarter. Northrup over to Daggett on the perimeter. Morrison on her, drives and was blocked, but a foul called. from the referee on the outside. There's another referee under the basket that might have had a better look at it.
He said Morrison, I think, got the hand on the backside.
Gotcha.
I think she got the block clean. I think she had a hand on her Daggett's back.
It did look like a clean block, but Daggett will go to the line. Knocks down the first one.
To your question, I think Lawrence has already stopped pressing, and then I think
right
after quarter 3, you're going to see.
Well, we were talking about it too.
rotation.
We were talking about it too. A lot of swingers too for that Lawrence team. Second free throw misses, but a lot of the swingers getting significant minutes in a really close JV game before this. Provost to Pellerin. Pellerin can't control it. Now Blue get it back.
That was a very contested game. That had a legit threat to get to overtime.
Did.
Lawrence was able to close it out. A couple clutch rebounds more than anything.
This game was already a late start. If that went to overtime, might have been closer to 11 o'clock. Here's Daggett. Morrison guarding her. Nye. She's gotten significant minutes off the bench for Mount Blue. I guess had a swinger, although I didn't see her much in that JV game before this. Cassavant to Daggett. Daggett puts it down, and Daggett's been forced to play on the perimeter a lot, trying to drive and create her own shots. Cassavant for 3. That's long. Northrup gets the rebound all the way at the three-point line. Now Daggett stripped away by Provost. Pellerin grabs it. Streaking down the floor is Provost, and she finishes for 2, and that's where all of her baskets have come today. Out in transition, whether she got the steal, Elkins got the steal. She's quick to get out in transition and can finish well at the bucket. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, 51-20. Bulldogs in front. Ryan Bell, AJ Knight from Lawrence High School. Perez, jab step, gets herself some space.
Nice defense by Minahan.
Sticks with it. Layup is just long, and Minahan grabs the rebound. Provost gets it underneath, and Morrison finishes for 2. So with Gray out of the game, Morrison the go-to underneath the basket, and she's looked good.
Nice job sealing Daggett on her backside so she could just spin and drop that in.
Daggett all alone. Cassavant underneath the basket. Can't finish. Nye grabbed the O board, but Cole was right there with her, and it'll be a jump ball. Elkins back into the game. And so too Casey Ross making her first appearance. Morrison and Provost to the bench. Ross featured in the JV game. A 6-foot sophomore, one of 3 6-foot players on the Bulldog roster.
Again, Lawrence has everything. They've got speed, they've got shooting, they've got guard play, they've got bigs.
Cassavant tries another one. Off the backboard and out. Minahan scoops up the glass. A minute to go here in the third. Peyton Cole across to Pellerin. Puts it down. Defended well by Northrup. She's forced to kick back out. Now Elkins. 47 seconds to go now. Ross underneath the basket. Pellerin going to get called for a player control. Now Blue get it back. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter, trailing by 33. And Perez comes in for Mount Blue. Cassavant to the bench. Northrup. Malcor tries a 3. Off the backboard and out. Ross records her first stat of the game with a rebound and draws a foul.
Easy call there. I think a little bit of a frustration foul you're going to see from Malcor. She gets tangled in, and that contact, of course, forces the foul.
29 seconds to go. 53-20. Elkins steps across the Bulldog logo at half court, loses the handle. A hard foul from Daggett.
Daggett just got caught not moving her feet, wanted to poke in at that one, and instead just kind of clotheslined Elkins.
That only the third team foul for Mount Blue. 23 seconds to go, like I said. Third personal foul on Daggett. He gets a fingertip on that. It goes out of bounds, and Lawrence will keep it.
Tell you what, Daggett's going to be exhausted. She has, like you said, she's handled the ball at the point. She tried to drive a lot. She's had to battle against Morrison and Gray now. Obviously, Ross comes in.
She's had a couple of arrests, but nothing too significant. Malcor, of course, had that big break early on. Pellerin, deep two. Can't connect. 14 seconds on the clock, and Nye throws that one away right back to Pellerin. 10 seconds now. Minahan gets around Malcor. Gets to the left side of the basket, throws it up and in with 1 second on the clock, and that's how the third quarter ends. 55-20, and the Bulldogs keep the bleeding.
That was, wow. As we watch this replay as this closes out, wow. What a shot by Minahan.
And so we head to the fourth quarter here from Lawrence High School on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
When it comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center.
And we head to the fourth quarter with this one just about wrapped up. Lawrence in front 55-20, and a reminder that Sports on the Score are brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Northrop with it for Mount Blue. She's doubled. Out to Malcor. Driving to her left. And gets the blocking foul. A lot of contact between her and Minahan.
Ooh, I think Minahan was there. We showed you the replay. I think Minahan definitely, she slid her feet, and I think she beat Malcor to the spot.
I agree. I thought it was going to go the other way. But Mount Blue catch a break 20 seconds into the fourth. Inbound goes to Nye. With Ross all over. Malcor tried to fake the pass. Nearly lost it. Gets it back and misses the layup. Couple of Cougars surround Cole and force the jump ball, so Mount Blue get it right back.
This is arguably the best offensive lineup that Mount Blue's had today. You got Perez, Daggett, and Malcor in. Northrop had a bucket earlier.
Daggett trying to take it herself, and another blocking foul.
That one I think is the right call for Minahan. You got to close that off quickly. Yeah, I think she's still moving. This one I would agree is the right call. I think that first block.
Fourth foul on Minahan. No substitution coming to the board yet, and here she comes. It'll be J.C. Elkins to replace Minahan after the first free throw. Elkins, another one that featured in the junior varsity game. A freshman, listed at 5'4". Took a couple of tumbles in that junior varsity game as well. Seemed like she was on the floor every time we looked up. Pellerin ahead to Elkins. That was Kaylee Elkins turning the ball over. Malcor picked it up, trying to find JC. And now here's Northrop. Northrop throws up a runner and hits it. Lauren Northrop for two. Pellerin to JC. Elkins. Ross to Kaylee Elkins. To her right, elbow jumper is off. And Daggett grabs it. They kind of had to get it up and over the outstretched arm of the defender. Malcor putting some moves on the freshman and can't finish. Ross with the rebound for Lawrence.
That's a great take by Malcor, but again, just a little strong using her size advantage.
Pellerin to Kaylee Elkins, and Lawrence just slowing things down. J.C. Elkins with a wide open three. She's long with that. Malcor trying to push the pace. She's 4-on-2 in transition. Forced to kick it back out, and Perez has got an open look. Back rim and out. Nye with the offensive rebound. Nice bounce pass to Malcor this time. Spinning to her left. Can't finish. Grabs another rebound. Now it's Daggett with a short jumper. That's long. Northrop loses it out of bounds. It's going to stay Mount Blue ball.
Malcor, I think, had Daggett on the run early, but just didn't pick her head up. And nice job fighting for the boards there, as Mount Blue just trying to will that into the hoop.
That'll be the day most likely for Kaylee Elkins, which makes my job a lot easier. With JC Elkins out there, into the game comes Amaya Lawyerson. Malcor draws a foul getting to the basket. No, it's a carry.
Yeah, you're going to see here on the replay. She absolutely took that one.
Oh, yeah.
Kinda,
swim move.
Yeah, swim move, that's a good call. Swim move is the exact right description.
No one in the backcourt for Lawrence. Somebody's got to come back and get the ball. Pellerin, long pass to JC Elkins. Should be guarded by Perez. Trying to find a pass. Loops it up. Shores grabs it. Now Pellerin back out to Shores. Beat two defenders with the up fake. Gets to the basket on the left side and misses.
That was a nice take by Shores. Nice up fake, nice drive.
Daggett spinning, finds some space and finishes with the right hand. Daggett's had some bright spots so far in this loss.
I think for Daggett, you're just happy to have some other floor spacers out here so you can find some room.
Shores gives it up to Lawyerson. Her first shot of the game is all net. Amaya Lawyerson 1 for 1. Northrop. Crossover move and some substitutions going to come in on the next dead ball for both teams. Malcor working on Shores. Might have slid her feet. No call. Daggett grabs the offensive rebound. She also misses. Now Malcor again. Nye in the vicinity, and it finally squirts over to the blue end line. Lawrence ball. So Nye goes to the bench with with Northrop rather. Pellerin to the bench for Mount Blue with JC Elkins. No, not JC Elkins. I can't see a number down there. Either way, Lawrence ball. Off the hand of Lawyerson, out of bounds. Maybe not off the hand of Lawyerson.
It's Elkins, Day, Shores, and then Pelletier.
Gotcha.
In for Lawrence.
Here is Pelletier losing it. Daggett picks it up. 4.5 minutes to go here from Lawrence. Ryan Bell, AJ Knight bringing you high school hoops on the score. 57-25. And a reminder, you can find our games on CentralMainSports.com, always free in the archive.
Everything we do.
On YouTube as well. Make sure you like and subscribe over there. Cassavant scores for the Cougars. Keeps it a 30-point game. Elkins, double teamed on the perimeter, gives to Shores. Pelletier, short on the three. Chases down her own rebound and forces Daggett to step on the end line. Maybe a late whistle.
Yeah, I think when Daggett shuffled her feet there coming out of the contact, that back foot planted right on that line, I think.
Inbound to Cole. Rips it away from Malcor. Throws up a wild shot, but draws a foul. Peyton Cole going to head to the line. Sophomore forward.
Yeah, Perez just kind of ran in there. It's one thing to take the contact, and you are a braver person than I, but you got to be set.
Cole looking to extend the Bulldog lead. Knocks down the first one. Good-looking free throw. Mount Blue with a little bit of a shorter bench than Lawrence. Lawrence able to rotate 9 or 10 players normally and now get the JV players some action.
I think you can tell at the end of the half, Mount Blue is just gassed.
Yeah, and don't really have the options. I mean, they've been subbing in just about their entire bench with the exception of 2 or 3 players. So,
well, especially when Malcor draws foul trouble, that just puts you, it's a big rotation piece.
Perez misses the runner. Malcor and Daggett fighting themselves over the rebound. Malcor Nice hustle play, tracking back defensively. Daggett rips it away from Elkins. Now passes underneath the basket to Perez. And Perez draws a foul. These bigger Mountain Blue players kind of bullying the swing players of Lawrence. You saw it there. Daggett just rips it away from Elkins.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you pointed out pregame. That's one thing Mountain Blue does have is size. I think today you kind of just got caught in a bad situation where your top scorer, Perez missed that first, and your top scorer goes out early and you kind of shrink your rotation. All of a sudden, by the time you feel comfortable putting her in, or I guess by the time you felt like you had to put her in, the game had already started to get out of hand.
All right. Perez knocks down the second. 59-28. 3 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Three-point attempt is long from Kiara Day. Her first attempt of the game. Now Malcor hands off to Perez. I think this Mountain Blue team can make some noise. I think they're a playoff team. I think they can squeak in as one of those lower seeds and maybe make some noise. You saw it early on in the game. They were sticking with Lawrence.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that assessment. I think they have more than enough talent. Again, we talked about it. They're a super young team as well. On this varsity roster, they have 4 seniors, and as of today, none of them were starters.
Kylie Blodgett and Maddie Cody check in for the Cougars. Drive from Perez and draws another foul, so she'll get another trip to the line.
By the way, for Perez, when she hit that second half, the back half of that last 2 shots she took, that put her at 10 points. She becomes the first player against Lawrence this season to get to double figures.
Last game here on the score before Christmas break. AJ, I know you got some big plans.
Yeah, my brother lives in Philly and my family's all in town. So I'm going down there while you and Mike have a double header fest. Yeah. And then I'll be back up here before the new year.
Lots of games as we head into the new year here on the score. Next up for Lawrence is at Coney on Wednesday the 27th. And for Mount Blue after this, they'll play on Thursday the 28th against Gardner. That'll be the 4th consecutive away game before they finally return home to Farmington.
I know we got a couple doubleheaders. Make sure you check it out, either 1160thescore.com, CentralMaidSports.com. Tell you exactly what we got going on next week, but it's a lot.
Cody kicks it out to Blodgett. Coming off the screen. That's Chloe Mayberry who checked in. Is it a jump ball?
Yeah, jump ball.
Jump ball. So Lawrence get it back. And Mount Blue finally going deeper into that bench. Checking back in is Maya McIsaac. Perez goes to the bench.
I imagine that ends Perez's day. She finishes with 11. Again, she's the first player to score in double digits against Lawrence.
Really put the Cougars on her back in that first and early second quarter to keep them in the game. Trailing by only 4 points, 20-16, and then Lawrence just ran away with it. I think we said, a 24-0 run?
Yeah, I mean, it was, they go on a 20-0 run to close out the half, and they go on 24 unanswered as they scored the first 2 buckets into the third.
J.C. Elkins to take it up. Under 2 minutes to go in this one. Lawrence 59, Mount Blue 29. Pelletier with the top of the key. Day, and now in the corner. Lawyerson, and the 3 is off from Cole. Offensive rebound from Elkins, and she draws the foul.
You can tell the 2 are related, can't you?
Yeah, Lawrence bench on their feet. Big fan of that one. The freshman gets a chance at the charity stripe.
I mean, that's what, in that second quarter when Lawrence kind of needed a spark plug, that's what Kaylee Elkins did, those exact things.
This is the first free throw. And the talent pipeline for this Lawrence team has just been incredible. I mean, they graduated the likes of Hope Bouchard, Allie Higgins, Elizabeth Cromit,
Brianna Poulin.
They had some great seniors last year and really haven't missed a beat so far in their first couple of games. It looks like it's going to be another blowout victory, their third consecutive. Granted, this is probably the easier portion of their schedule, but I don't see a team in Class A North this year that can really compete with Lawrence.
Hey, a lot of the teams seem to have just been getting caught, too. Nokomis lost some good talent. Coney lost some good talent. Nice job in drawing a foul there.
Travel, sorry.
Yep, just kidding. Just a lot of the teams, I think, shuffled out. And that's not to say, like you said, Lawrence loses an entire starting lineup, but then they just basically reload with their second unit.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Provost saw some significant minutes last year. Other than that, this is a new-faced Lawrence team that is still a really good Lawrence team.
And a Lawrence team, unfortunately, that, as you said, KVAC North ought to get familiar with because Kaylee Elkins, the starter, is the only senior on their varsity roster.
Yeah, a lot of room to grow. I mean, you still got Lily Gray. The combination of Lily Gray and Nadia Morrison in the post has just been incredible. And then you play against a team that's got some size and you can kick it out. And you got Provost, you got Elkins, you got Shores on the perimeter. So just a really, really deep Lawrence team. That one goes out of bounds.
Well, like you said, too, if you needed, for whatever reason, Gray, Morrison get in trouble. I know they like Shores. Minahan plays some good defense on bigs. You got Ross.
Another jump ball. We've seen a ton of jump balls in this game. 27 seconds on the clock. Lawrence get it back and will most likely bleed the clock out here, leading 61-29. Lawyerson takes it across half court. Gives it up to Day. Cole trying to get it underneath. Off the outstretched hand of Nye.
A little bit of an errant pass, but Nye obviously reached out and slapped at that. I'll ask you the question I asked Mike Violet when we were in Nokomis, and Lawrence won up there last weekend. Is there any bigger meat grinder in Maine basketball, in Maine sports? Nice hook shot there. From Cole. Than being on the Lawrence girls basketball team's second unit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you're getting a ring out of it. But
I mean, but you're going up against every day.
Yeah, I know. And I can't even imagine how difficult their practices are. But that'll wrap up this one here from Lawrence. 63-29 is the final. Lawrence run away with this. They'll improve to 3-0 on the season. Mount Blue dropped down to 500. They're 2-2. Face their first loss against a Class A North opponent. And this one wasn't really close. We'll head to break and be back for the post game here on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
When it comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust, Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Your safety team is Nokian Tires and 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201 Vassalboro. Central Maine Community College in Auburn, over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England, plus a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Do you need to replace your old, worn-out windows? Then you need to call Renewal by Andersen today. We're the replacement window division of Andersen, which means you can get your project started right away by scheduling a free in-home consultation. Ask your consultant about pricing options, including our 1-year price lock guarantee quote. Call now to schedule your free design consultation. This fantastic money-saving deal with great financing ends soon. Installation is always included. Call now.
Back here from Lawrence High School, Ryan Bell, alongside Lawrence head coach Greg Chesley. Great game today, Coach. You had a close game early on, but really ran away with it. What was the message in some of those early timeouts while Mount Blue were keeping it close?
I felt like we were getting good looks. Played a little early in the morning maybe. We were a little cold, missed a few lights.
Thanks for tuning in to The Score. In case you don't want to miss the next one, subscribe, like, and hit the bell to stay informed. This is the place for free local high school sports, The Score. And it's been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Computer Improvements, Dixon's Country Market, and by Casella Waste.